let's put our eyes on the subnationals at a time like this in the economy. We talked about, preferring some solutions, funding solutions is what we just discussed. But what are the states doing at a time when even the IMF is asking government to create buffers for their citizens, for their economy, when the geopolitical environment is being really, really harsh? Well, let's put our eyes on Nasarawa State now as they prepare for their summit. They've been having this for years, and we'll be discussing them right here. And we see all the promises and plans and all. Perhaps we can review how much impact that has had on the economy. On their economy, that's the state economy before Nigeria. We have joining us from our Abuja studio the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Nasarawa Investment and Development Agency, Mr. Ibrahim Abdullahi. Mr. Abdullahi, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Great. So I know I'm tempted to just ask you straight. I mean, I think you have a couple of days before your summit and all, but first, it's not a very friendly world now, and it's not just about Nigeria, and buffers are being created by governments at different levels in different countries. We haven't seen any from Nigeria, unfortunately. How is the state adjusting to the new normal now? We have higher oil prices, which is supposed to be more revenue for the government, but then the people are paying for it. In Nasarawa State, what are you doing to help the people at a time like this?
Thank you very much. Nasarawa State, to revitalize the economy and ensure that the lives of citizens and residents are improved, began with a very meticulous and ambitious plan that we started implementing since 2019, and that plan also speaks to the current economic realities. Our plan since inception of the administration of Governor Sule has been hinged on revitalizing the state's economy through implementing institutional governance reforms that are hinged on improving the state's ease of doing business, building strong institutions that will sustain development efforts, attracting investments and creating more jobs. So these have been the critical growth drivers for Nasarawa State, and we've been seeing remarkable results since 2019. The growth in the state's GDP, the growth in employment and job creation, the growth in IGR generation, infrastructure projects all across the state. It's really interesting times for Nasarawa State.
Yeah, and in your many conversations and meetings, you always talk about having a sustainable trajectory. So even while you have, record these benefits over the years, you talk about sustainability. What are the sustainable or sustainability structures that ensures that these gains are kept and even there's progress, they are being improved upon as time goes on?
The biggest and perhaps the most important is institution building. We have focused on building centers of excellence that will hold these programs and reforms and ensure that they are sustained. As you know, there is no economic growth that happens over a very short period of time. These reforms must be sustained. These reforms must be improved upon in successive administrations and leadership. So building institutions, ensuring that we also build a political leadership consensus that really agrees on the economic growth imperatives for Nasarawa State.
And we know that your governor, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, is also big on gas. He did talk about the need to educate people on the value of gas. Some people say Nigeria should not be known as a country as has a lot of oil, but should be more of gas. I wonder if you've had improvements in that line of thoughts, that's educating the people, actually extracting that value in the gas value chain.
Yes, we've recorded some progress in that regard. Recall at our investment summit in 2024, we signed a collaboration agreement with the NNPC and the Gas Aggregator Company of Nigeria to develop a gas master plan for Nasarawa State. That was the first step we took in ensuring that we not only engage in sensitization of the value of gas, but we actually unlock the investment opportunities in that ecosystem. Since then, we have actually developed a gas master plan that requires about over $400 million in investment to unlock that value chain, build a gas pipeline infrastructure off the tee of the AKK gas pipeline, and also encourage investment within the value chain. Since then, we've had a series of investors that have really put their money in within the gas value chain in Nasarawa State, particularly in CNG investments. Nasarawa State, as you may recall, is the first state to build and have a CNG hub that is now functional, also supplying the region.
Now you're preparing for this year's summit, and I guess that all of these areas, talking about gas, your minerals and land, which Alhaji Dangote has always applauded, all of this will be part of your conversation, but it will be interesting to count your gains over the years. You've been having the summit for how many years now? What are some of the gains? Is it just another opportunity to meet and talk?
No, by no means. The Nasarawa Investment Summit is not a talk shop. It is a platform to promote the economic opportunities in Nasarawa State and also showcase progress made. In 2022, at our inaugural summit, we had a total investment commitment of about 250 million United States dollars. We doubled that in our 2024 summit with investment commitment of over 500 million US dollars. And some of these investments and commitments have been actualized. As I've said earlier, our gas master plan collaboration was launched at our 2024 summit. Today we have a gas master plan that is now being used to engage the investment community, especially in the gas and energy sector. So yes, we're not organizing just a talk shop. It's not a talk shop. It's a real platform for serious deal making. A lot of the investments that we continue to attract in Nasarawa State have gone through this platform. Today, Nasarawa State is what we all refer to as the lithium capital of not just Nigeria, but the West Africa region. We have two of the largest lithium processing plants in the country, all domiciled in Nasarawa, one with an annual capacity of 3 million tons, and the newest one with an annual capacity of 6 million tons. So these developments in Nasarawa State are real. They're economically catalytic, and I think that Nasarawa State and the whole country will benefit from these serious investments.
I mean, it's good that you have those plans, and it's a project and a conversation that your state governor has been pushing for a bit, because we've had him on this program a couple of times, and he's told us the partnership with some foreign investors and all. But then one would ask, what about the people, the residents and the indigents? How much of their participation can you record? When you talk about, for instance, the skills, assuming we have the capital coming from outside the state or outside the country, what about the skills, the jobs? Are they qualified? Are they able to fill those job requirements so that they can benefit from these big projects?
Absolutely. The Governor Abdullah Sule has been leading from the front in this regard. He himself, having been a beneficiary of technical education, from which you derive this sort of skills that are necessary. So as we embark on our drive to attract investments, the state has also had a very ambitious and laudable human capital development plan, which is backed by some institutions, centers of excellence. We established a skills acquisition center institute in Nasarawa State called the Wing Commander Abdullah Ibrahim Vocational Institute, that is training certified technicians to be able to close the gap, the jobs gap, so that as more industries come into the states, there will be the manpower that is well equipped to take advantage of this industrialization. So it's not just about attracting the investments, it is translating into real jobs for the people. In our investment report, our 4-year investment report, we recorded over 40,000 jobs created across the different investments attracted across different sectors: agriculture, solid minerals, manufacturing. So to answer your question, there is a plan to make sure that our people benefit from the vast investments that are coming into the state. We have our technical institutions creating certified young people with certified technical skills that will make sure that our people benefit from the economic revolution happening in Nasarawa State.
What about opportunities for people to create businesses, small businesses, funding, access to facilities, land, shops, and things like that?
So what we've done in this regard is to improve government services as far as interacting with both citizens and the private sector. So we have digitized access to land permits. As you know, Nasarawa State has one of the best GIS frameworks for land administration. We've also improved our interface, regulatory interface. From the comfort of your offices or your homes, you can get a lot of our regulatory approvals for doing business in Nasarawa State. And as far as the small business ecosystem is concerned, government is not a financial institution, but government continues to work on unlocking the barriers to attracting more capital. So when more capital, private capital comes into the state, more financial institutions come into the states, there will be opportunities available to small businesses to tap into. We've also run series of capacity development to small businesses to to ensure that they meet the requirement for financing. As you know, only bankable businesses can attract the requisite financing to invest, do business, and grow. So we're doing a lot in this regard. And also, since the inception of the summit in 2022, the governor has been hosting what we call an SME challenge, just to underscore government's commitment to building small businesses. Every year we host the summit. We also host an SME challenge, and in this SME challenge, small businesses from all across the state, largely driven by young people, compete for prize money. The interesting thing about the SME challenge is that it's beyond the prize money. We also provide a very structured institutional capacity building support for these businesses, so that the prize money they win at the SME challenge becomes the foundation for their businesses, and you'll be able to attract more investments, more capital into their various ventures. So we're making progress in that regard as well.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and we certainly hope that's sustained to touch more lives. Mr. Ibrahim Abdullahi, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Nasarawa Investment and Development Agency. Thank you so much. I wish you the best in your upcoming summit.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.